So here's a quick PowerPoint tip on how to make cheese in PowerPoint. Not actual cheese, we won't be doing any churning, but pretend cheese. So I did an interaction recently called Create Your Own Burger, and at one point you can select which kind of cheese you would like on your burger. So these images of the cheese I created very easily and very quickly in PowerPoint. I'll put the link to the interaction and also to the blog post, which actually has tutorials on how to create the interaction in Storyline. But for the images themselves, I created those in PowerPoint, and here's how you can do it. The first thing you need to do is insert a square, because generally those cheese slices come in a square, so that's not quite perfect there. There we go. Select a cheesy color of your choice, so I kind of went with a yellowish. Maybe we want something that's a bit more cheddary. So there's our cheese slice, and I would like to actually have two cheese slices like I did in my interaction. So I'll just hold down the control key and select the key and drag it down to create a copy. And then I think that they need to have a little bit of a shadow, so I'll go ahead and give them a little bit of shadow effect. And then what you can do is either select them both, or you can Control G and group them. But basically what you can do next is go over to your shape options, and under your shape effects or shape options, select the 3D format in PowerPoint. And it's actually the 3D rotation, sorry. And you've got a bunch of presets here. So select one that you think is going to work for your cheese. I think for mine I did this one. And you can see there that the cheese has become a bit of a 3D object. You have options down here that you can play with to kind of move it around a bit to fit what you want, but for now I'll just keep it as is. And there you go, I've got my two slices of cheese. Now you may have noticed that in my interaction right here I've got this Swiss cheese, which has holes in it. So I'm going to show you how I created that one, and it's also very easy. So I'll do exactly the same. I'm going to insert a square, and I'm going to color it. We'll do a bit of a lighter yellow. That's a bit more like it. Remove the outline. So I've got that, and what I'm going to do is use the subtract tool to create the holes in the cheese. So first I'll just draw, and the color for these doesn't really matter, and you'll see why in a moment. So I'll just do a few circles like that in different sizes, and then I'll again make copies of these by holding down the control key and dragging. Move them around a little bit so that it looks a bit, well, like Swiss cheese. So a bit like that. And roughly, obviously you'd space it out according to how you want it to look and how real cheese might look, but you get the idea. You do something along these lines and just move them all to be on top of the cheese. So we'll say maybe another one there, and maybe another one there, and then just one more over there. Anyway, something like that. So next what you'll do is you'll select the cheese slice first, and then hold down the control key and select all of the circles. This is a slightly painful process, but it shouldn't take too long. So remember just to select the cheese slice first, and then if you go and find your subtract tool, which I did another tutorial on how to do that, voila, there you've got your Swiss cheese. Now I still want to make it look like this, a bit of a 3D angle to it, so I'm just going to do the same. I'll make a copy, and I will add a bit of a shadow there, and then I'll go to my 3D rotation tools and just select that same, and there you go, you've got some lovely Swiss cheese right there. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it's useful. See ya.